The conditions are perfect. Full power 7/8, sometimes of course some holes because this is the lake, but in the Gast it's perfect. I came to change the fin because I have two new prototypes, two new nice ideas for the fin, and I need to try it with the boys, but they're nice. Both fins are nice, but a little bit different, so we'll see. But in general it's very nice to play with the fins, tune, adjust, get some more speed. It's great. Okay, when you fix your fin, it's super important that it's completely flush with the bottom of the board, that is level. Okay, let's go. Hi guys, today we have an epic day. It's perfect for 7/8 and medium board. So for me this is iSonic 73 7/8 Severne max sail. It's wonderful. I'm flying on the 36 fin, so it's a perfect match. It's really good, and the day is great because it's completely flat. We don't have a chop today, so it's marvelous, and of course a lot of guys on the water, so it's nice. I just came back to the beach to adjust my front foot strap, because front foot straps, if you want control, front foot straps, they have to be tight, so your foot is not sliding out. And mine was a little bit, and I didn't have control on the starboard tack. Maybe you will see it on the video, but I tightened it, so now it'll be fine. So the front foot straps very tight, back foot straps more loose, because if it's too tight, then before the jibe you're gonna have a hard time removing your foot from the back foot strap. So the back foot strap doesn't need to be really tight. The front very tight. So this is it. And maybe a tip to everyone: try lower boom position for slalom. It's always a little bit faster, because if you keep your boom high, then you press the nose of the board down, and then you increase the wetted area of the bottom and you slow down. So take your boom slightly lower, 2 cm lower or 1 cm lower, you will see the difference. But this video I want to title A brief history of slalom fins. I brought one of my latest prototype. Actually, I'm testing 2 new prototypes today, which I'm super excited about, but about this in the end of the video, of the talk. But I want to tell you the brief history of the fins, because I was present at this. Beginning of 90s, when slalom in PBA was very, very popular. If you didn't have the tectonics, the G10 tectonics, you were nowhere, you were nobody. This was time for the tectonics. Then the windsurfing changed a little bit. Wow, we have a gust, nice. Windsurfing changed, and a very good fin designer from Switzerland came up, Jean-Jacques Debochet, and somehow I ended up in his team. And later on, in like beginning of 2000s, I was #1 in Jean-Jacques Debochet team testing fins. So already at that time I was very involved in fin development. And then after Debochet, there came Keshi, super expensive Keshi. We paid $1,500 to get one fin. Can you believe it? This was unbelievable. And then the dollar was much stronger than now. So Keshi was a breakthrough, but then came the Carpenter. I was also present at the development of Carpenter fins, because the main rider was Steve Allen, but the Carpenter became only very popular after Bjorn Dankerbeck won World Cup on the Carpenter after a long absence in the tour. He came and he put the Carpenter in and he won, so everybody wanted to have a Carpenter. And after that, after 2010, a lot of new brands came up, like flowers in the spring, like now. But everyone was kind of a copy, or maybe a version or a modulation of Carpenter. It was a Z fin, it was the Chopper fin. Many other brands came to the market, and the fins looked very similar like Carpenter, but they were a little bit softer, a little bit stiffer, a little bit different profile, a little bit thicker, a little bit slimmer, but all very similar. And I tried all of those fins. I love them, I had them, but I wanted something more. I wanted something faster. I want something that when you put it in, you feel the difference, that it's completely different, that you feel that it's really nice. And that's why I started to design my own fins. And for many years already I do that. I develop a new model every month, so there is constant development. Every fin I do, I test before I give away to my friends or send out to the guys around Europe or world. And I came up with a design that is keeping the board much higher. The grip is very good, but the board sits very high and it's very loose. But even though when the gust comes, you keep control, so it's very nice. And I wanted to tell you how complicated and how difficult the design of the fin is. This is my latest prototype, my latest design. And the fin is not only the outline, is not only the profile, the thickness of the profile, but also the position of the maximum width. It's not only the shape of the leading edge, the trailing edge, the rake, but also, of course, inside there are different fibers that determine how the fin behaves in the water under your feet, and this is super important. And I am testing carbons from Japan or US, and those carbons, even though they're supposed to be the same, they're completely different. So this is very complicated game. And also, finish of the fin is very important. If you finish the fin with too fine sandpaper, the fin doesn't grip. If you finish it with too coarse sandpaper, the fin is slow. So this is so complicated, and that's why I need to do so many tests and so many prototypes. But I'm very pleased. The new design that I'm testing today is marvelous. So all the fins from now on will be with new design. The lift is amazing. In the strongest gusts today we had maybe 25, 26 knots. I had full control, so it's nice. But in the holes, the board stayed very high and I didn't have the board sticking down, so it's very important. All right, And when you have a fin that is lifting, it's lifting not only on the straight line, it's also lifting on the jibe. So jibing is also a little bit like on the foil. The board sticks out and it's more slippery, so it's nice. Yeah, this is enough. I'm very happy with those babies. So I'm going back to the water, testing, more testing, more testing. And guys, if any one of you want a fin from me, write me on Messenger. The best I think is on Messenger, but do it quickly because for the summer I'm going away and I will not be doing anything in the workshop because I need to train, I need to compete. So let me know if you want to try. I can tell you that it will be a nice surprise. It will be something completely different, but it will be pleasant. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed windsurfing and we will enjoy windsurfing together after that, and I hope to see you next time.